Have you ever tried to tell a joke in English and watched the room go completely silent? You told it perfectly, but nobody laughed. Why? Because it's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. Today, we're teaching you the exact techniques native speakers use to tell jokes that actually land. Hey, and welcome back to Daily English Edge. I'm your host, and today we're solving one of the biggest confidence killers for English learners. Telling jokes that fall flat. If you want to speak English fluently and connect with native speakers on a real human level, humor is essential. And the good news? It's totally learnable. In the next 5 minutes, you'll discover 5 native speaker techniques that will transform the way you deliver jokes in English. Let's go! The number one mistake English learners make is spending too much time on the setup. Native speakers know that your setup should be roughly 3 times longer than your punchline. Here's why. The longer setup builds expectation in your listener's brain. Their mind starts predicting where the joke is going, and then you hit them with something unexpected. That surprise is what creates laughter. For example, don't say, "I went to the bank was closed." Funny because banks are usually open. That's boring. Instead, say, "I went to the bank yesterday to deposit some money. I walked in and I saw a sign on the door. It said, 'Sorry, we're closed.' I was like, 'You're a bank. You're supposed to have money. Why are you closed?'" See the difference? The setup is longer, it's specific, and it creates real expectation. When you finally deliver the short, punchy punchline, it lands. Here's what separates native speakers from everyone else. They know when to shut up. The pause is your most powerful tool in English humor. A pause right before your punchline tells your listener's brain, something important is coming. It creates tension. Then, when you deliver the punchline, the tension breaks and creates laughter. Try this. "I told my friend I was reading a book on anti-gravity. He said, 'How is it?' I said, 'I can't put it down.'" See that pause I put before "I can't put it down"? That's intentional. That pause gives your brain time to process, and then, boom, the punchline hits. Practice adding 2-second pauses right before your punchline. Count it out silently if you need to. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Then deliver. This one technique will double the effectiveness of your jokes immediately. Not all words are created equal in English humor. Native speakers intuitively choose words that sound funny when spoken. Generally, words with hard consonants at the end sound funnier than smooth, soft words. For example, underwear sounds funnier than clothes. Socks sounds funnier than footwear. Pickle sounds funnier than vegetable. This is why so many classic English jokes use words like duck, stuck, bucket, and whack. When you're planning a joke, if you have a choice between 2 words, choose the one with a harder, punchier sound. Your brain will naturally find it more amusing. And when you say it with confidence and the right tone, your listener will too. This is especially powerful for intermediate English learners who are still building vocabulary. Choose deliberately. Your tone of voice carries up to 70% of your communication. When you're telling a joke in English, your tone should be completely deadpan and serious right up until the punchline. This is called the straight man technique. Native speakers deliver jokes like they're telling you something totally normal and boring. Then the punchline comes, and your facial expression or tone suddenly shifts. Maybe a smile, maybe a raised eyebrow. This contrast between your serious delivery and the absurd punchline is what makes it funny. For example, say this in a completely flat, serious tone. "Why did the scarecrow win an award?" Then pause. Then, with a tiny smile, say, "Because he was outstanding in his field." The contrast is everything. If you deliver the whole joke in a funny, joking tone, it loses power. Keep it neutral, keep it real. Let the words do the work. Finally, native speakers understand that humor is contextual. The same joke that kills in one room might bomb in another. Think about your audience before you tell a joke. Are they your close friends, your coworkers, a room full of strangers? The formality level changes everything. With close friends, you can take more risks and go darker with your humor. In professional settings, stick to lighter, more universal jokes. And always, always know your audience's English level. If you tell a joke that relies on complex wordplay or idioms, and your audience doesn't understand English that well, it won't land. Choose jokes that are easy to understand but still surprising. The best jokes for English learners are visual jokes, puns on common words, and observations about everyday situations that everyone relates to. When you master this skill, you're not just speaking English fluently, you're building real relationships and confidence in social situations. There you have it, 5 powerful techniques that native speakers use to tell jokes that actually make people laugh. Master the setup ratio, use pauses strategically, choose funny-sounding words, control your tone, and know your audience. Practice these techniques, and you'll notice an immediate shift in how people respond to you in English conversations. If you found this helpful, please hit subscribe to Daily English Edge for a new English lesson every single day, and drop a comment below. Tell me, what's the funniest joke you know in English? Let's see if we can make each other laugh. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.